welcome everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're doing well. Make sure everything's level here. Hopefully you guys hearing me good here. There we go. Okay. It is Friday. We made it through the week. Thank God. Thank the good Lord. We had our NCAA 25 reveal. Yes. Can't wait to talk about that. As you can see right here, over here on this side of your screen, we got our topics there. We got a few things to talk about. Of course, we're going to start off with baseball. We got some Aidoo news today. We're going to talk a little EA College Football 2025, my favorite topic. I even made it a thumbnail. It's in the title. I know got a lot of folks who just don't really care for the game and probably not going to watch this live, but you know what? I don't care. I'm going to keep pressing this issue. We're going to talk EA College Football 25. We're also going to talk about the top 5 players according to one website, one Arkansas Razorback website, the top 5 players they believe on that list. So we're just calm down. Just calm down. I know we're all so excited. Man, who would have thought, right? Who would have thought? All right, first off, shout out to, of course, Patreon supporters. This is not possible without Patreon. You guys really, I realize, you know, I say it and then you know, it's kind of hard to comprehend unless you're on this side, unless you're sitting on this side of the screen. It goes a long ways. Patreon has really helped out, especially with YouTube ad revenue just being bonkers the way it's been lately the last probably about the last year or so. So Patreon supporters help make this whole thing go. And, of course, shout out to our sponsors, Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company, operating out of Northwest Arkansas and in Central Arkansas. Same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes. Give them a call today at 501-244-3667. And, of course, our guy Wes over at Insurance Max. He offers business, personal, life, and health insurance, retirement. They got you covered. All you do, click the link down below. Give them a call. They cover all 4 corners of our glorious state here in Arkansas. The one and only Arkansas, the natural state, the gorgeous state of Arkansas. Insurance Max. Give them a call. See what they can, by God, see what they can do for you, okay? It's worth picking up the phone and trying them out, right? All right. Oh, I got to get my Monster. This is that good old rehab, the tea and lemonade. This stuff is, it keeps me on the go-go. All right. Let's start off with baseball here first. We know we got some Hagen Smith stuff going down, but Arkansas, Hagen Smith was incredible. Now, a lot of people complaining about hitting, and of course I get it, you know, the gorilla. Some of the stuff, it seems a little outlandish when you consider how great pitching has been with this team most of the year. I would argue 85-90% of the season. You don't get to be one of the top ERA, the number 1 ERA, team ERA in the SEC without it's not just one arm. It's the bullpen. Lately, they've struggled. We saw McIntyre last night, of course. You know, we know what happened in extra innings. This one's tough. When you have a pitcher's duel like you had in Game 1, it is really tough. You hold A&M, who is arguably one of the most evened out teams in this conference. Lately, they've not been as on fire as they were. You could say the same about Arkansas. I mean, we know they were ranked number 1 for a while. Both these teams kind of cooled off a little bit, but my gosh, did Hagen Smith deliver and shut down. I mean, he was incredible. Six innings pitched, 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs. Now, I'm seeing here he didn't walk. I thought he walked a batter. I thought he had 1 walk. I'm not going to lie to you. There was like an inning or inning and a half. I didn't get to watch him pitch. But, yeah, stat sheet says 0 walks. We saw Fouch come in, Gackle, Hewlett, who didn't get to see much action. I kind of thought we might see him go a little bit longer. Jake Faraday, Parker Coyle came in, and then Will McIntyre. I mean, we know what ended up happening, but this bullpen though, it's not just one guy. It's not just Hagen Smith. Again, you don't get to be where Arkansas's at on the year in terms of your reputation is for a while you're starting pitching, although starting pitching is going to get quite the shakeup. I think we're going to see Gage Wood tonight as the starter instead of Tigert or Molina. But your bullpen has been, for the most part, has been spectacular. But Hagen is definitely he's not real. I keep trying to, when I do the predictions in our Discord, if you're not in our Discord, you need to join. We do these really fun predictions. They're worth XP. I'm thinking about doing a bonus XP for people who just joined the Discord to maybe get you caught up. So if you want to get in on it while you still can, it's about to come to a conclusion. As we know, the postseason is upon us, so you missed quite a bit of the year, a bit of the cycle. But if we get some new folks, I might be handing out some bonus XP for some newbies. Thinking about doing that. So just something to keep in mind just to get you going. But I thought every time I do one of those AI, I tried to make a pitcher with a Terminator left-handed with a left arm, Terminator arm or cyborg arm. And AI is just stupid. Doesn't know how to couldn't do it, but so I want to like Photoshop Hagen Smith with like the Terminator arm. It's just incredible. There is something to be said about what happened last night. Most of the pitching staff, most of the guys out of the bullpen, you feel like might have gotten a little bit of a confidence boost. And I've never played pitcher. I quit playing baseball before 7th grade. I wanted to play football. That's what the chicks were into, and that's what I was into. Chicks were into dudes that played football, and of course, when you turn that age, when you're 12 or 13 years old, and you see the older kids with the full pads on, you want to go be a part of that, right? So I quit playing baseball. Wasn't ever any good at it. Couldn't hit the ball worth a damn. I played first base my last year, and yeah. So I don't know what it's like to be a pitcher, but listening to enough of these guys talk, listening to the podcast, kind of reading and listening to the folks on the radio too when they call in over the years and talk about pitcher's confidence, you kind of wonder if last night, now McIntyre, okay, McIntyre maybe not so much, right? You kind of wonder, you hope he's doing okay. He's getting ready for postseason play. But most of those guys out of the bullpen, you feel like might have gotten a little bit of a confidence boost. A&M used just 2 pitchers. They used, of course, Ryan Prager, who's arguably one of the top 3 starting pitchers in the SEC. And that's what's funny. People complaining about the hitting, what I was alluding to earlier. My God, I mean, Ryan Prager pitched 7 innings and gave up 5 hits. Arkansas hit the ball 9 times. And guess what? The guy out of the bullpen, their closer, Evan Aschenbeck, he is their prized possession out of the bullpen. He's one of their best, if not their best arm to come in and pitch relief. And Arkansas hit off him 4 times. They got a hit on average per inning off of Evan. So he's not going to be available tonight. And if he's available tomorrow, he's going to be limited. So we'll see what they do in Game 2 and Game 3. Of course, Game 2 tonight, 7 o'clock, so we got about 3 hours before that one starts. And then tomorrow, it's at 2 p.m. I have considered doing I don't know if I'm going to do it. My availability tomorrow is going to be a little wild. I've considered doing a post-game for that game, for Game 3, if Arkansas can win tonight. If they can win, the odds are I'm going to do a post-game for that game tomorrow. Because it's a rubber match. It's the last game. Now, if Arkansas wins, they clinch the regular season West. So, that's great. It's the last ever. Which is stupid. I hate what they're doing with this 1-16 nonsense with OU and Texas joining. I'm with DVH on that. That is complete horse crap. Don't like it. Anyways, yeah, I thought Arkansas actually hit the ball pretty well. Their problem is when they've got guys in RISP. Good old RISP. It's their enemy. Runners in scoring position. When they got guys on second and third base, they just can't. They don't know how to score sometimes, especially early on in games. They don't know how to get those guys over. hit into a lot of double plays. I've seen that a lot, especially with runners in scoring position. They've got to get it figured out, man. I'm going to be real with you. I know, again, what Florida did in 2017, but I really thought by now Arkansas's bats would be warmer. No, I'm sorry, not their bats. I did expect their bats to heat up a little bit more. They did get 9 hits. Again, that's not bad. What I meant to say is I expected them to know how to score. I expected them to by now know how to get guys home. I expected them to be on fire offensively because we know they've got talent. We know, especially the top of that order, 1 through 6. You feel pretty good. You feel pretty good, especially 1 through 4, 1 through 5, and a lot. I get it. That's a lot. That's every batting order. Everyone's pretty psyched about their top 3, top 4 hitters, but it feels like Arkansas, even in the middle of that lineup, outside of a couple of hitters at the bottom, you feel like, all right, these guys should be able to light it up. And we know they've got potential, and we're not seeing it. It's still not shining through just yet. They got a long ways to go offensively to get it figured out. Regardless if you agree or disagree with what I've just said, they've got such a long ways to go offensively, and it's crazy. At this point in the year, I thought they'd be a little hotter. That's all. Thought they'd be a little hotter. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. I appreciate it. Jarrett Carrot, we still doing a 32 online team, Tusk Talk Dynasty. So I'm going to save that for the end. The more we get into college football, once we get in, I'm going to share with you guys. We did a Discord live today, even though Discord, I don't know what's going on with my microphone. People are complaining about the mic. It's only in Discord that happens. Don't know what's going on. Discord's having some audio issues, but kind of told them what my ideas are for our online. But we are doing a Tusk Talk online dynasty. So just a heads up. Tripp says the Ken Hamlin card came in the mail today. Thank you, Santa Claus. You're clever. I'm glad you got it, man. It's always good to get feedback on those. Because I don't track them all. I only track the legendary status cards. Just to be fair, because those are the most expensive cards, right? They're expensive and they've got the autograph on them. What was that baseball performance last night? Well, again, I like the 9 hits. Now, also we have to remember they did play. It's not like they played a regular 9 innings. I get that, but they had 8 of their 9 hits before extra innings. Did they not? Or did they even get a hit in the extra innings? Because I'm not going to lie to you, too. I went to bed, and I just kept up at when did I go to bed? It was after the 10th inning. I was like, I can't do this. I got to get up early. I got to get the kids to school. I can't stay up all night. You remember they pushed the game back. It went to 8 p.m. Then it went to 8:30 p.m. And then we had extra innings. I just couldn't stay up any later. So it looks like they only gave up. They didn't have a single hit in extra innings. So they got all their 9 hits. It looks like in the 9 innings. Unless I'm just reading the stat sheet wrong, because I'm looking at it and it's not showing the extra numbers. Sorry, I'm looking at the extra stuff here. Trying to read through these notes. You could look through. You could scroll down and look at all the action, play by play, or inning by inning. And I'm not seeing. Well, anyways, they only got 9 hits. But again, their issue is, without a doubt, it's moving. It's getting guys home. I don't know, man. Again, you feel like if they do figure it out, if they do figure it out, maybe that on base number comes up a little bit. Bring that on base percentage number up a little bit. Slugging percentage, you'd like to see that come up a little bit. You'd like to see it come up a lot. They're bottom 4 in every single category on offense. Oh, I see the tag in Discord. That's awesome, Trip. Glad you got it, man. Yeah, Prager's a good pitcher. Prager's a very good pitcher. He's top 20. He's top 20, I think, in ERA, and he's top 3 or top 4 in the SEC in several pitching categories. All things considered, I thought they did an okay job at least making contact with the ball. 9 hits is, it's 9 hits. Today, I think the prediction today is 10 hits, right? That's our prediction for tonight. Can they get 10 hits? And I said yes. And I'm not going to lie to you. I feel a little bit. I think they can. I think they can get 10 hits tonight. I'm probably going to be eating my words. All right, Hagen Smith, really quick. Let's read this. This is by the Arkansas Razorbacks.com from Oliver Grigg, who's the baseball SID. Wrote an article about the game last night. He talks a little bit about Hagen Smith. Smith, the Razorback ace, was once again magnificent on the mound as he spun 6 scoreless innings without walking a batter. The junior left-hander allowed 2 hits and struck out 14 for the second time in 3 starts. His program record, 11th double-digit strikeout game of the season to go along with his team-leading 11th quality start of the year. With his 11th strikeout of the night, which he recorded in the 5th inning against Texas A&M. Shortstop, Ali Camarillo. Smith overtook Nick Schmidt for sole possession of Arkansas career strikeout record. Smith finished Thursday night's ball game with 349 career strikeouts, surpassing Schmidt's mark of 345 career strikeouts from 05 to 07. Smith also continues to climb the program's single-season strikeout leaderboard after his 6-inning, 14 strikeout start against the Aggies. Smith's total now sits at 150, 5 shy of David Walling's single-season record of 155 in 1999. That's, wow. Incredible. All right. Well, Hudson White hit 2 shots with runners in scoring position. Aggies just made some crazy plays. He did. That is true. And I like he's being a little bit better. He seems like he's getting a little bit more confident at the plate. It's good to see. Addison Book says, I can't wait for the new schools to appear in the menu, says the North Carolina. Why do you have a North Carolina avatar, Addison? I thought you were – are you just a different team every month kind of guy? Hey, Ty, I broke down and joined the dark side and bought a PS5. Hey, welcome to the dark side, baby. Nice. How much are PS5s? 300. I don't know. I really don't know. You can get them used. They're all over. Every time I pull up Facebook Marketplace, I see them there. They're going to play Diggs tonight. I actually don't know. I hope they do. They got to win one. They only got to win one damn game, and they win the West, the regular season West Conference. They win or the division, I should say. All right. Johnny Manziel will look like child's play compared to the Heisman winner is about to do off the field. What? What am I reading in our Discord? All right, we have official news about Jonas Aidoo from John Rothstein. Now, this probably isn't a huge shock, but Rothstein reported that where'd it go? I mean, he's not. Aidoo's going to play at Arkansas next year. He's not going to. I'm going to find exactly what he says. I like to quote these guys word for word. Jonas Aidoo tells me that he will withdraw from the 2024 NBA draft and play for Arkansas next season, transfer from Tennessee. So Arkansas, that puts them with the transfers, Aidoo, Davis, Zvonimir, and Adu Thero. We're still waiting on DJ Wagner. I don't know. I don't know. I'm with you guys. I'm ready for an announcement. I'm ready for a freaking announcement, man. Just come on. We know what's going to happen. Now, I don't remember who it was that said this. Someone I was watching a video on Twitter, and they were talking about how this is just how Calipari works. He's kind of slow. He's real methodical. He doesn't just boom, boom, boom. And I guess that's, we're so used to Eric Musselman and the way he operated, right, for the last 5 years, this is taking a little bit longer, even though you got Zvonimir pretty quick, right? And then Aidoo and Jonell and so on and so forth with the high school commits as well. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm DJ Wagner. I was really hoping today we'd get something. I really was. I mean, I've got the thumbnail done. I've got some of the graphics done for that. I mean, I'm ready to knock that out, man. I'm ready to talk about it. And even though we know it feels like it's a done deal, there's always that reservation, right? Like, we know I don't think he's going to go to USC, even though we're still told it's down between Arkansas and USC. We know it's the scales are tipped in Arkansas's favor overwhelmingly. So we're just kind of waiting. I know Florida was in the picture and the visit and whatnot with them, but I'm just ready for an announcement. That's going to be a lot of fun to sit here and look at the roster as it's built so far, as it looks so far. Now, there have been some more names that have kind of crept up over the days. One of them is Chaz Lanier. I'm probably butchering that. He's a guard out of North Florida, 6'4", 190-pound combo guard. Averaged almost 20 points a game, 5 rebounds, 51% shooter, 44% shooter outside. Am I looking at that right, or am I looking at the wrong one? No, that's it. A whole bunch of schools involved. I don't know if Arkansas has officially sent him an offer, but he's been a name. I'm in several other group chats. His name came up today, and I mentioned him in our Patreon chat today. So we'll keep an eye on that. And you've got some other names. Again, they continue to kind of creep up, but who knows? I feel like this is going to be a slow process, and that might be for the better. I mean, for me, for someone who's a content creator, instead of just having it all in 1 week, well, what are you going to talk about for the next several weeks, right? Like, you can get you kind of start looking for stuff. You're grasping at stuff to talk about. Now, I've got a lot of ideas, and some of it's going to be Patreon stuff, but yeah. It is good to hear, and I don't think this surprised anybody. This isn't exactly it's why I didn't put him on the thumbnail. I did put him in the title, but I didn't put him on the thumbnail. Jonas Aidoo. It's just good to hear that we're not going to get surprised by him going to the NBA or keeping his name in. So, again, he's joining John L. Davis, Big Z, and Aidoo so far on your transfer list. Yeah, Watkins. I'm busting my controller back out for the new game. Wes, what are you playing on, man? What are you playing on, Wes? You playing on the PS5? I think you're a good fellow like me. You're a PS5 guy. I could feel it. Hey, I nailed it. I knew it. Yeah, Coleman Hawkins, Kevin Patton. I think he's still in play, right? Is Kevin Patton still in play? I'm not going to lie to you. I've been consumed with the last several days with some other stuff. By the way, if you're a Patreon supporter, I've got some content coming down the line. Really excited about it. We're going to do some more breakdowns. And I do have a little bit of a nice little treat for you guys who are planning on picking up the game, EA College Football 25. At the end, got a little something you might want to pay attention to towards the end. Bro, that Helldivers, though. No one played anymore. Nobody in our Discord played. They played for like a week. They're like, oh, I can't wait to go play some Helldivers. All talk. And really, they're just a bunch of traitors, bunch of commies. PlayStation all day. That's what I'm talking about. I got my controller. It is powder blue. This is my favorite controller. Powder blues, I'm sorry. I know, like, I don't associate everything with college sports teams, okay? But this is my favorite controller. And then I have the midnight. I got the purple. This is not the color I thought it was when I ordered it off Amazon. I thought it was a little bit brighter. It's pretty dark. I'm ready to go, baby. I'm ready to go. Part of me wants to just, because I have the last Madden, part of me wants to go fire that up and play it because the controls are going to be similar to Madden, 24. Tied no lie, I have that exact same blue controller. Bro, the powder blue? That's awesome. It's my favorite. It is my favorite controller. Powder blue is like one of my favorite colors. I wish the baseball team would come out in some powder blues. I know. Ole Miss, blah, blah, blah. I don't care, all right? I'm a Cardinal fan. I'm all about the powder blues, man. I just like the color. It's clean. That's awesome. Wes and he's not only is he a fellow PlayStation guy, but he's got the exact same blue controller. That's what I'm talking about. The pink one's dope, too. I'm not going to lie. The pink controller's pretty sweet. All right, speaking of, Wes, how about Insurance Max? All four corners of the state of Arkansas, they have you covered. Business, personal, life and health insurance, retirement. All you got to do is click on the link provided for you down below. Go check out their website, see what they can do for you. They're going to bring you the best coverage, both commercial and personal health insurance policies. And direct service overhead, the garage door company, same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes. Give them a call today at 501-244-3667. I always feel like I'm putting too many sixes in there when I do that ad read. We have they've also got a really cool, you can just scan your phone or scan what do they call that? QR code. We have that in our Discord, by the way. Sponsor page is on the top left-hand corner of the Discord page. I know. I feel like we're inching our way towards EA college football, and I'm excited. I'm very excited. So why not? Without further ado, now I'm going to give you guys a heads up. I cannot play their music. It's copywritten. Now I have this live monetized, but I don't run. I try not to run. I'm trying to minimize those ads for you guys as best I can. To be fair, YouTube is still going to throw ads on these, so you might as well just monetize. But I do have this one monetized, but I have it on install ads manually. So I'm not going to throw any ads up until the end. If you get any ads before then, that's not me. That's YouTube. But even though I still got to be careful with how I play their ad or their preview. But here we go. This is what we've all been waiting for. Well, not really. We want some game footage. I get that. And I think we're going to get some. And a part of me thought we were going to get a demo. I really thought we might get a demo. All right. Here we go. Now, again, there's no music. Now, I want you to pay attention to something. Right. First off, look at that. I mean, that's the detail. Whew. Look at that, dude. That's insane. Got the flyover. Look at the detail on these helmets. Now, look, I know if you play Madden, I get it. Like, yeah, we've seen, we know, like Madden's pretty. It's like I said in Discord earlier today, you've never seen this kind of look at the detail on the Wyoming helmets there. Who is this? Clemson? Yep, Clemson. Look at the 12th man. That is insane. We've never seen this before. Not with college football. Not with the level of graphics here. This is gorgeous. Now, that didn't look too good. That also, I mean, really, we know what it's all about. Now, that detail there, well, let me go back. See if I can, boom. Look at the reflection off the helmets, dude. This looks like an actual, like a camera is really behind these guys, We've just never seen this with college football, and it's great. I'm loving it. Been waiting 11 years. You guys ready? Here we go. Here we go. Wait for it. And where you at, damn it? Nope, that ain't it. Oh, a little premature. Look at that. Boom! Oh, baby. Hang on, see if we can. Oh, you got to hit it just right. Now, this is Taylon Green. I don't know why he's got gloves on each hand. But that's Taylon Green. Carmona tweeted earlier that's him behind. I don't know if he's being funny, but that's him behind Green over there, behind Green's right hand, his right elbow. Dude, I mean, I'm all about this. This is let's go. Let's freaking go. I'm ready. Yeah. That hypes me up. Look at the stadium, man. This just looks great. Now, oh yeah, we got the show off the celebrations. There we go. There it is. So you could pre-order. We're gonna go over the. My bad. Didn't mean to throw the intro back on. I do think they're gonna give us. I do think they're gonna give us some kind of. They're gonna show us the game. I think now, and the only reason why I think they'll do that with this, and someone I was talking to said, yeah, but they don't do that for Madden. And that's true, but Madden, well, I mean, it's not entirely accurate. Actually, sometimes a little bit before we get little sneak peeks, but like a week before or whatever. But I think we're going to get something probably in June, maybe in June, where they show off some more details. Maybe they'll give us some playbook images, some actual gameplay, some real gameplay. That's what I'm excited for. Apparently, every team has its own. Its own playbook. Now, that's not anything like brand new. Like, you could fire up NCAA 14 right now, and Arkansas will have, depending if you're playing revamped or if you're just playing not revamped, the regular version, which I haven't played in years. I've been playing revamped on the PS3 when it doesn't crash. But there's playbooks specific to each school. I wonder how in-depth they really are. And something I wonder is, with Arkansas, are they just going to give you what A&M did a year ago? Like, what playbook are they really going to insert? And you got to remember, there's 130-plus teams. How accurate can they be? We know they're not calling up Bobby Petrino. Hey, we're in Canada from EA. We're with EA Sports, and we just want to know your playbook. Like, they're obviously going to use whatever he's known for. You're going to see, I'm sure every single offense is going to have the element of like the RPO element. I'm curious how they do that though. How specific they get with each and every roster or with each and every playbook. There's so many questions. I'm still curious about how much editing you can do. I really think Madden is probably your best, and I need to fire up Madden 24. I do. But I think that's probably your best. If you want to get an idea for what you're in for, it's probably if you've got Madden 24, go play it. I imagine that's going to be what you're getting. Now, I don't mean that to say that like it is just simply a Madden reskin. While in terms of everything, gameplay and the UI and the overall controls and whatnot, they've always done a really good job, whether it was Tiburon or whatever. At EA, it's separating the two. You could fire up EA college football or NCAA football when they used to call it that. You could fire that up, and it didn't feel like you were playing Madden. And not just because they captured the pageantry. Not just because they captured, not all of it, don't get me wrong. I'm still, they still are missing so much from not just Arkansas, but from multiple teams. But they just did a good job of making you feel like this is a college football game. It is separate from Madden. It is not just a simple reskin. And I think you're going to get that with this. But I mean in terms of probably the play style is going to be similar to Madden 24. I don't know how much time they actually spent in the lab making this. I don't know if they really truly from day one when they announced it, they were already, cooking something up, right? Their devs were already working on it. You know how it goes. They'll announce something, and then it feels like the devs start working on it after the announcement. Even after some of the footage you get, like you've seen games before, like Mass Effect. I'm a big Mass Effect guy for you gamers. Mass Effect 4, they put out this footage of this person, right, in a weird-looking N7 coat, whatever, and like they're off. It looks like they're in a mission. It's not a part of the actual game. And from what I understand, the devs, even by the time that thing was done and finished and published to the public, the devs, like that was the thing they worked on first. They hadn't actually worked on the game itself. So I wonder how long they really spent making this. EA could fumble this. They really could. Maybe their thinking is, or their approach is, yeah, they've all been Tiburon developed. They've all been the same engine. They've all been Madden reskins. We're just going to do that. We're going to spend a little bit of time. We're going to spend a little bit of time making sure we capture the pageantry. Listen, they've been sending people to schools, getting pictures, taking pictures of all the stadiums and whatnot. I don't know how many of those schools. I don't know if Arkansas, if they sent somebody to Arkansas to look at the facilities and to get a shot at the football field and whatnot. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they sent anybody or not. I'm just really curious if they can recapture the magic that made college football special or NCAA special before 14. 14 was, I'm sorry, War Machine and I have gone back and forth on this before on Twitter. I'm not a fan of 14. However, revamped, that's what they use. They used NCAA 14 to build that from the ground up, and they really changed like the UI. They updated the jerseys and things like that. And by the way, EA did hire – apparently they hired some folks that worked with Revamped. They worked with those people. So – and you can kind of see it if you look at the graphics. I mean, if you look at the logo, right, it looks like it's torn up. That looks like something you would see in Revamped. So I don't know if they just developed or if they just hired the developers for like just the looks of the UI and the menu and all that, or if they actually hired people to help develop the game from the ground up. I'm really excited for this. July 19th. It feels so close yet so far away. I wish we were getting ready to play this weekend. I wish it was here now. Like, I'm really excited. The other question is, and we don't know this just yet, but how in-depth is recruiting? And that's one of the things I think NCAA 14 really screwed up on. How in-depth is recruiting? How do you interact with the transfer portal? What's the NIL going to look like? Like, how do you manage the NIL? Are they going to give you like, here's $4 million, go build a roster? How do they implement these things all together at once? It's so funny because since think about how much college football has changed since the last time you played a college football game. And the last time you played NCAA football. Think about how many changes. And it's really just the two, the transfer portal and the NIL, but how much of an impact those two things have had on the game of football, in college football. It's a different world. How do they capture it all into the game? That's what how do these things work? So I don't know. Listen, there's going to be microtransactions. Again, fire up Madden. And what you see in Madden, that's what you're going to get. Now, let's see. Let's pull up their pre-order. I'll share my screen with you guys. If I can find my button. Is that it? There it is. Okay. These are the three, and I put a video out yesterday on this, or a short. These are the three options: standard, deluxe, and the MVP bundle. Standard edition, you don't get the early access. You don't get the 3-day early access. You just get the game, the alma mater ultimate team, cover athlete ultimate team, yada, yada, yada. You get the deluxe edition. Now, obviously, this is $100. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, but it's $100. How do I go back? Damn it. There we go. And this is a limited time offer. June 27th is when this thing ends. And you get the 3-day early access. You get these college football points, 4,600 college football points. Heisman hopeful ultimate team. And then your MVP bundle. This is the most interesting of all of them. You not only get EA College Football 25 for the deluxe or for the MVP bundle, you get the Madden 25 Deluxe Edition. You get 2 games. What is it, 150? Let's click on it and find out. Yeah, $150. Now, if you're a part of the EA Play, look at that. You save quite a bit of money, actually. Goes down to $134.99. So that's interesting. I think if you're a diehard Madden fan, you'd probably be all over that. I don't know many of you. I don't know how many of you are actually diehard Madden fans, but there you go. So those are the 3 versions of the game that you could pre-order right now on either PlayStation or Xbox. And the Madden 3-day early access is August 13th through the 15th. I mean, you get quite a bit for the $150 bundle. You just really got to be into Madden, and I don't know, man. I think if I do any of them, it'll be the deluxe. It'll be the deluxe version. So there you have it. Let's see. Let's go. Huge Mass Effect fan, says JT Hazelwood. Love Mass Effect. I hated Andromeda. I hated it. Although I have an Andromeda jacket that I ordered when I thought Andromeda was going to be good. I still wear it. Hated Andromeda. Mass Effect is fantastic. Oh, man, I'm so ready for the next Mass Effect. I'm ready. I don't know what to expect, but going to be a lot of editing on Arkansas roster. Everyone is going to be 90 or above. What? Yeah, okay, hold on. Kapesky, you're the most, like, you're one of the biggest pessimistic people, and you're going to bump everyone up to 90? Why? Because you just don't want to have to deal with building a team up? I hear that. Are the players getting NIL from EA? This is what it's really supposed to be from I'm Just Saying. Yeah, they're getting, what is it, $600 and a copy of the game? If I remember that right, it's something like $600 and a copy of the game. I don't know if they're doing anything for the cover athletes. I don't know. NCAA 06 is the best one, in my opinion. 12 is really good as well. I remember, NCAA 6 is good. NCAA, that's a really, NCAA 06 was like peak when it was at its best, for sure. I'm sure you can edit it. So, offline dynasties, you're going to be able to edit, I'm sure. That's the way they've always been. Pretty sure you can do that to this day on Madden. Online, you won't be able to edit, which is great. Wes says Madden annoys me. Let's go to, really quick, so speaking of, we're going to stick with EA College Football 25. This is from Rivals. An article, it's free. You don't have to be a subscriber. It's a free article. I've got it pulled up here. Hang on. Nope, we're not looking for that. We're looking for that. There we go. This is from Riley McFerrin over at Rivals. Predicting Arkansas top 5 players in EA's College Football 25. I'm not going to read all of it. Arkansas fans, after over 10 years hiatus, EA Sports is releasing a new edition of their famed college football video game on July 19th. Again, 3 days early if you get the $100 version or up. Full emulation of the college football experience. Expect the full package with transfer portal, updated roster, stadiums, unique traditions, blah, 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 blah. Here's his top 5. I'm not putting mine out, but I do have a list. I'm just going to tell you what I think of his. Riley does good stuff over at Rivals. Shout out to the hogbeat.com team, Mason Choate and the boys. He's got Joshua Braun. He's got Joshua Braun here at 5th. He's got him at 84 overall. I've got way too many tabs open. Let me just close these tabs. Oh, my goodness. So many tabs. Here we go. Best attribute, pass blocking. Now, I don't have his PFF numbers in front of me, but I do recall his pass blocking numbers, I think, being pretty decent. While transfer Fernando Carmona Jr. may be the best overall lineman in the Arkansas trenches, that's a bold statement, Cotton. We don't know that yet. That's based on what? I do like Fernando Carmona, but listen, where did he play at before? You got to be careful falling into the – I like PFF, but you got to be careful. You know, just because he did it at his previous school, which was a group of 5 school, does not mean it's going to translate onto the field in the SEC. However, Fernando looked really good in spring camp. Anyways, Braun has the best resume after a stellar year at right guard last season for the Razorbacks. A second-team All-SEC honoree by the AP. Braun started all 12 games and allowed only 2 sacks over 394 snaps with just 3 penalties. Oh, he does have – I didn't read his – so he's got his best pass blocking grade according to Pro Football Focus is 85.5 against toughest competition in Alabama on October 14th. He doesn't post all of his PFF numbers, which I wish he had done here. It'd make my job a little easier. Way to go, Riley. He's got Luke Hasz at number 4. Now tell me if you guys agree with this or not. Josh Braun again at number 5 with 84 overall. Luke Hasz at 85 overall. Best attribute, catching traffic, which I agree with. Runs clean underneath routes. I mean, he's just always open. Injuries prevented Hasz from having the freshman season many thought he was capable of, but the former 4-star was still named a midseason freshman All-American by The Athletic after midseason freshman All-American by The Athletic after caughting. After catching 16 passes for 253 yards. Listen, all right, I would have done worse. I would have done much worse than that. Sometimes you got a deadline, right? 16 passes, 253 yards, and 3 touchdowns in 5 games. Yeah, there's no doubt Luke Hasz belongs in every Razorback fan's top 5. I agree with this. I don't have a problem with Braun here. I just think you could probably there's like 2-3 other guys you could put here. Braun at 4. He's got Jalen Braxton, which I also love that he put Braxton here. 85 overall. Now, he's going to be a sophomore, and Luke Hasz is going to be a red shirt. Or no. Luke Hasz is a sophomore. So these are 2 sophomores. Another freshman standout for the Hogs. Braxton shined on the defensive side of the football, was named freshman All-SEC by the league's coaches after starting 6 of 9 games. Yeah, he was fantastic. He was good during spring camp. I like that I was hoping he would put Braxton in his top 5, and he did. There you go. What's up, Unbiased Brim? How you doing, man? We're just going over rivals over Mr. Riley's. This is Riley McFerrin over at Hogbeat, the Rivals team, just going over his top 5. But he says his best attribute is coverage. The 6-foot Texas native totaled 20 tackles, one forced fumble, and an interception. Finished only behind Dwight McLaughlin in coverage grade according to PFF at 80.7. Braxton has an argument for the number 2 spot on this list. I agree. He has, you can see the name right here, Andrew Armstrong at number 2 Now, I like Andrew a lot. I think his potential's high. He struggled with his hamstring towards the end of spring camp, came back, and was as strong as ever. However, and I know Andrew Armstrong also, he did get the fourth-team All-SEC nod by Phil Steele, as it's noted here. I don't know that I'd put Andrew Armstrong at second. I don't know. I like him a lot. You guys know I'm big on Andrew. I'm big on Broden. Andrew Armstrong and Broden. I like both those guys a lot. Centennia, he's going to be one of those three I think are prime for a breakout year. He did have, here's his numbers. Named 4th-team All-SEC by Phil Steele after leading the team in receptions. 56 with 764 yards, 5 touchdowns. Armstrong also caught a team-leading 34 passes. Wait a minute. Hold on. Did I read that wrong? 56. Is that total since he's been here? What am I might be reading that wrong. Armstrong also caught a team-leading 34 passes for the first caught a team-leading 34 passes for first downs and led all position players with 32 points across 12 starts. Yeah, if he stays healthy, Armstrong is going to be he's going to be tough. 86 overall. I don't know. I just don't know that I put Andrew here or not. I like him a lot. You guys know that. I brag on him a lot. I've watched him a lot in camp. He's could be prime for a breakout season. I just don't know if he's there yet to be 86 overall, the number 2 overall player. He might be the 86 overall. I don't know that he's the number 2 player. And of course, Landon Jackson, number 1, 93 overall. I think this is going to be high. I don't think they put him at 93. I just don't. Best attribute, pass rush, the most deserving. Yeah, and for sure. He's unanimous number 1. He had 6.5 sacks, 13.5 tackles for loss. Again, I need to check up on his PFF numbers again. I don't know how many stops he recorded, which is a very important number to keep an eye on. I'm making sure from here on out I record that. I don't know about 93. I don't see him at 93. I think it's more likely they put him at about somewhere between 88 and 92 maybe, and that's pushing it. Now, I know at one point Mel Kiper had him as a first-round draft pick at one point, had him as a top 15 pick, and then he completely disappeared, right? We saw it. He completely vanished. And that doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying. He has the potential to be a 9. I'm not saying he's not going to have a big year. Again, we're just talking about what EA is going to do. How EA has typically operated in the past, whether it's college football or Madden, they're pretty harsh sometimes. And I feel like with Arkansas, if he's higher than 92, I would be a little bit surprised. Not shocked, but a little bit surprised. However, he is primed to have a big-time final season at Arkansas. This could be a double-digit sack kind of year for Landon, depending on what happens with the defense. If the secondary does its job, linebackers do their job, and the depth along the defensive line helps out, Jackson really could be a double-digit sack type of that type of year for him. I mean, he's the complete package. When you talk about his length, he's huge, he's tall, he's athletic, he's strong, he's kind of got all of it, right? You love the 13.5 tackles for loss. He also had one pass defended. Yeah, when you're 6'7", 280 pounds, not everyone who's 6'7", 280 pounds that's played in the SEC has been great, but we have actually seen him. We have seen him really shine. You remember the Alabama game last year? He dominated. He has it in him to be a mid-90s, you know what I mean, like a 96. He has it in him, I think, to be that good. However, again, we're just talking about what I think they do. And where I think he belongs, I would probably put him at about 90, 92, somewhere in there. And I think EA does the same. I think EA puts him probably at about 90 to 92. 93 might be a little bit too high. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're both wrong. Maybe he's higher than that. Odds that Pittman gets the axe before the season's over. Carpenter wants to know. It's going to be tough. I mean, let's not sit here and act like he's got the easiest schedule in the world. I think most people believe he's got at least a top 5 strength of schedule. The good news is you get UAPB on a Thursday night. Gives you more time to get ready for Oklahoma State. So you go from August 29th on a Thursday night in Little Rock to Oklahoma State in Stillwater September 7th. I mean, it gives you a little bit of time to get ready for that game, but I think Oklahoma State, if I'm being real with you guys, I know they're Big 12, but Oklahoma State is a legitimate program. Now, without Gundy, they need to hang on to Gundy as long as they can, because I really feel like once Gundy's gone, that program's in trouble. Their big money guy passed away, and I mean, I'm sure they still have rich alumni and whatnot, but they just don't strike me as a football program that can hold up after someone like Gundy leaves. I could be wrong. He has built one hell of a foundation. You realize he's been there so long. Oklahoma State, I think, is going to just trash Arkansas, if I'm being real. And I haven't done a complete breakdown of their roster yet. Like I said, that's starting starting soon when I'm going to start looking at all these rosters, especially once we have a pretty good idea of what the scholarship distribution looks like. We know Arkansas's got their 3 spots left. We don't know what they're going to do with them just yet. But based on what we do know about Oklahoma State, yeah, I would take Oklahoma State by two scores. And then you have UAB on September 14th, and you're back on the road in Auburn, Alabama. So there's a very realistic possibility here. You're 2-2 going to Arlington to take on A&M. And then you have Tennessee in Fayetteville, LSU in Fayetteville. Does he get through October? I mean, that's the question. I don't know. I don't know if the man makes it to November. Now, again, if the Petrino effect kicks in and the offense is humming and, man, Talon Green is everything that we believe he can be, okay, we got a different conversation. There's a lot of woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? We still got to get through fall camp. We still got to know what they're going to do with these three final roster spots. But, man, I don't know. September's brutal. September is absolutely brutal. At Stillwater, at Auburn, you've got A&M, doesn't matter who's coaching them, doesn't matter. Well, I mean, Jimbo absolutely just beat everyone in Arkansas, but for the most part. But then you got Tennessee coming to town. We don't really know what to make of Tennessee just yet, how legit they are. That's October, I'm sorry. But in September, Oklahoma State, Auburn, Texas A&M. That's just September. That doesn't include LSU, Ole Miss, Texas, Missouri. Yeah, I don't think he survives the year. I just don't. Again, unless Petrino is it, man. And Petrino and Talon Green are the X factors. Now, here's what's going to be exciting. I do think this offense has some promise. I really do. I just don't know if the talent acquisition out of the portal is enough to carry them over the hump to get them to 6 or 7 wins. I don't know what the number is. I have no idea what the magic number is. I said if he makes a bowl game, he keeps his job, which maybe that's the case. I'm starting to think even if they go 6-6, he may not keep his job. I don't know. You know, because you got to find 6 wins on that schedule. Where are they? Someone's going to be overrated, as they are every year, and then someone's going to be underrated. And guess what? The odds are Arkansas plays them. So, yeah, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. if Pittman survives the season. I don't know. Mike Gundy is one of the best coaches in football. They're probably going to be good again. Well, I mean, I think some folks, they're going to be good. They're going to be fine. We either barely beat Oklahoma State or it's a 30-piece. It could be, man. I don't know. It very well could be. I'll say I believe if we're 2-4 going into the first bye, that could be it for Pittman right then. A 4-8 Arkansas team made the trailers and not a top 10 Mizzou. I love that. I love it. We got better, but so did every other bottom feeder in the SEC. I mean, that's every year, though, right? I mean, everyone's getting better. Everyone's utilizing the portal. Everyone's keeping an eye on scholarship distribution and weighing their options, right, with what they have to do out of the portal and what they're going to do with those. Maybe they hand those scholarships out to some walk-ons, but I do think they got better. I agree. I think they got better. I just don't know how much better, and if it's better than, you are going to need a couple teams that are expected to be really good to have bad years, I think. I think it's that kind of year where you're going to need some other teams to be down to just make a bowl game. I've got a lot of questions about what is happening on the offense. Is the offensive line, when you consider what kind of changes we've seen, the personnel up front, it's a lot of guys, a lot of turnover. And you could argue, well, yeah, they needed to, and I agree with that. However, what are the quality of the guys that are replacing them? Now that the collective has shown our fan base what they're willing to do, make it happen, football's almost keyword, almost unwatchable, says Camo. The X Factors, Taylor Green, and the O-line. Well, I would say the X Factors are Taylor Green and Bobby Petrino, but yeah, the offensive line has to do their part. The offensive line they don't have to be great. They just got to do their part. They just got to play their role, be in sync with one another, have good chemistry, and make it work. That's all they got to do. They don't have to be great in a Bobby Petrino offense. He never had elite offensive lines. He had some guys that, he had some success with guys, there's no doubt. But he never had an elite offensive lineman. Just do your part. Play your role. And that should be more than enough, especially with a guy that is as talented as Taylor Green in terms of what he can do with his feet. The dude he could fly. Taylor Green can fly. Someone had said they thought he ran a high 4.4. I believe it. He could fly, and that's what's going to be really exciting to see. John Tice is a chicken man. They won IBP beef. Also, maybe he could be the beef man for football. This is Todd Cooper. What's up, Joe Cool? Hit that like button. That's right. Oh, they own IBP beef. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do think if money is willing to get behind basketball, who's to say they won't get behind this? Somebody won't get behind football. I believe that. I think someone out there is going to want to get behind football. It's got to be someone they believe in. We could throw 100 names out there. Hey, if you guys plan on playing EA college football on July 19th, we have a college football, EA college football 25 room. A page dedicated to college football 25, EA, CFB 25. If you want to join our Discord, put your name in the hat there. We are doing an online dynasty. Really excited about it. I don't know yet what we're going to do as far as if we're going to play as group of 5, if we're going to play one of those conferences, group of whatever, P4. We now call it P4. For Power 4, for the Big 4 conferences. And then, yeah. Don't know what we're going to do there yet, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited to fire this thing off. Now, again, I am getting the $100, whatever it is, the deluxe, so I can get it 3 days early. I'll probably be spending that time getting everything set up. But I'm really excited to do this. It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to be a part of it, just go throw your name in the hat. Again, it's in the EA CFB 25 room in Discord. It's on the left. It's right under main chat. Put your name in there. Giveaway from Insurance Max for Tusk Talk. Whoa. Hold up, Wes. What are you talking about? You're going to have to shoot me a text. What are you talking about? Are you doing a giveaway? Read your you did text me. Okay, let me read this. You did. I'm sorry. I try to. All right, this is from Insurance Max. This is from our guy Wes. I'll do a giveaway, free copy of NCAA football for each quote. No obligation to buy. We will enter their names in a drawing. The winner we will buy them a copy of the game for whichever platform they choose. So that's from Insurance Max. There you go. All right. Someone could win. We could do Wheel of Names. So wait, how do we? Free copy of NCAA football for each quote. No obligation to buy. There you go. All you got to do is you just got to go in. You just got to visit their website. Go to Insurance Max. That's it. Look at that, man. Someone could get a free copy of EA College Football 2.5. All you got to do is click the link. That's all you got to do. Let me give you guys the link here. Get you a quote. Call us, get a quote. There it is. There's the link. Insurance Max. Look at them. That's awesome. All right. Yeah, really excited for EA College Football 2.5. I will put out I'm going to do a whole thing. I'm like ready. I'm going to put out I'm not sure how I'm going to execute it just yet. I don't know if it's going to be a video or if it's just going to be something I post in Discord, whether it's just for main for everyone or if it's going to be a Patreon thing. I don't know yet, but I have an idea. I've got a couple ideas what I want to do for my not only just for EA College Football, but also just in general to give you guys more of an idea of where I'm at with this roster. So, yeah, looking forward to everything, man. July 19th is going to be huge. This summer's going to be huge. We still got basketball. We still got these spots open. What's going to happen with Calipari? What's he going to do with the rest of these spots? What's he going to do? Is he juggling balls? Is Cal juggling balls? They're 26 years old. Got roster spots there. You got 3 scholarships left for football. What's happening there? There's a Patreon video on that, but I've already we don't know. We don't know, essentially. We don't know what they're going to do with those final 3 spots. So, all right. Again, special shout out to our sponsors, Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company, same day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes. Give them a call today, 501-244-3667. Same day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, all that, but also hundreds of 5-star reviews. Better than best results. And Insurance Max, go get a quote. And your name's going to be tossed into a hat for a free copy of NCAA, or I can't call it that anymore, EA College Football 25. Juggling balls. They offer business, personal, life, and health insurance, retirement. They cover all 4 corners of our great state. So go check them out and get a quote and get your name in the hat. That's all it takes, man. How cool is that? So shout out to Wes and those guys over at Insurance Max. That is going to do it. If we have any news this weekend, I'm hoping to cover it. If we have any announcements, you guys know I do the reactionary content as well. And yeah, what else was there? Post-game baseball, I'm thinking about doing it tomorrow. Again, assuming Arkansas wins tonight. If Arkansas loses, then I won't do it. It's over, right? The series is over. However, I know if Arkansas wins Game 3, they do clinch the West, the regular season West title, but yeah, Arkansas needs to win tonight. Just win. It's going to make tomorrow that much more fun. So maybe we'll do a post game for that. Assuming they can win tonight, I would do a post game for tomorrow. All right. Okay, go get that quote, man. Go get an opportunity at winning a free copy of that game. All right. I will see you guys. If not this weekend, I'll see you sometime next week. You guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday. I'm starving. I'm going to go cook din din. That's what I'm going to go do. I'll see you guys.